Okay, today let's start a new lesson, chapter 29, the Judiciary. In your textbook, page number 238 to 240. Let us discuss the Judiciary in India, the Supreme Court, and the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. When we say the Judiciary, we mean the system of law courts in India. Here, the Judiciary is one of the three organs of the government. In fact, it is the third organs of the government, apart from the legislature and the executive. The main aim of the Judiciary is to deliver justice and to punish those who break the law. In India, we have an independent judiciary. The judiciary functions independent from the executive and the legislature. This is important for the judiciary to maintain its impartiality. At the same time, in India, we have hierarchy of courts. That means the judiciary is arranged in such a way that from the highest to the lowest. Here I make a chart. The Supreme Court is the highest court of law court in India. Under the Supreme Court is the High Courts of states, and under the High Courts is Subordinate Courts. There were several courts which function under the High Courts. This is the hierarchy of law courts in India. And the judiciary or the law courts deals with cases. When we talk about cases, in India we have two types of cases: civil case and criminal case. Civil cases are those cases which deal with disputes over land or inheritance, etc. On the other hand, when we talk about criminal case are those cases dealing with crimes, the breaking of laws, such as theft and murder. So this is a little bit about the judiciary in India. Now, the Supreme Court of India, the highest law court in India, it is located in New Delhi, and our constitution describes the Supreme Court as the guardian of our constitution. The Supreme Court consisted of the Chief Justice of India and not more than 25 other judges. They are appointed, the Chief Justice and the judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President on the advice of the Councils of Ministers and the sitting judges of the Supreme Court. The judges of the Supreme Court retired at the age of 65 years. And the judges of the Supreme Court can be removed, although rarely it happens, can be removed only in case of proven misbehavior and incapacity. Here, incapacity means the mental or physical inability to perform one's duty. Okay, point number 3, jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Here, jurisdiction of the Supreme Court means the area over which the legal authority of the Supreme Court extends. The Supreme Court enjoys 3 jurisdictions. One is the original jurisdiction. 2 is the appellate jurisdiction. And 3 is the advisory jurisdiction. So the Supreme Court enjoys 3 types of jurisdiction. The first is the original jurisdiction. Here, in the original jurisdictions, it involves cases which are heard by the Supreme Court for the first time. It also includes disputes between union government and the states, or a dispute between union government and one or more states on one side and another one or more states on the other sides. And the original jurisdiction also includes disputes involving the violation of fundamental rights. So all these cases are heard by the Supreme Court under its original jurisdiction. And the Supreme Court can issue writs, 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 for the enforcement of fundamental rights. Here, writ means a written command from the court or any other legal authority. This is the original jurisdiction, the appellate jurisdiction. Here, if anyone is not satisfied with the judgment of the High Court, then he or she can appeal to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will review and give its decision under its appellate jurisdiction. And we have to remember, the Supreme Court is the highest court of appeal. The decision of the Supreme Court is final, and the Supreme Court is the sole authority to interpret the Constitution, whether certain laws or certain guidelines is in consonant or is in the same page with the Constitution. So the Supreme Court is the final interpreter of the Constitution. This is the second jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. The third jurisdiction is the advisory jurisdiction. Here, the President may consult the Supreme Court on various constitutional issues. At the same time, the judgment and decisions of the Supreme Court are recorded, and they serve as a precedence for cases in the court. Precedence means the judgments and decisions of the Supreme Court may serve as a guide for similar cases in the courts. At the same time, under the advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court also examines the law passed by the legislature to ensure that these laws are keeping with the Constitution. These rights or this jurisdiction of the Supreme Court is also called the Judicial Review. Now let's learn point number 4, the High Courts. The High Court is the highest court in the state, and here 2 or more states may share the same High Court. And the High Court consisted of the Chief Justice and other judges, and they are appointed by the President on the advice of the Governor of the state and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And the judges of the High Court retire at the age of 62 years. The judges of the Supreme Court retire at the age of 65, while the judges of the High Court retire at the age of 62. Important distinction. Now let us see the jurisdiction of the High Court. The High Court here cases regarding original cases. At the same time, it also deals with disputes regarding concerning violation of fundamental rights, certain fundamental rights, and also it also deals with cases relating to election-related disputes. The High Court also hears cases on appeal from the Subordinate Court. At the same time, the High Court maintains proper records of its proceedings and decisions so that the lower courts can refer to in similar cases. This is about now. Let us learn about the subordinate courts. The subordinate courts. The subordinate courts work under the high courts of the state. Now in the district we have 2 courts, District Court and Session Court. District Court deals with civil cases. If you remember the 2 types of cases, civil cases, dispute regarding land, inheritance, etc., and criminal cases regarding crimes such as theft and murder. Now, the civil cases were taken up by the district courts. The highest court in the district is the District Court regarding civil cases. On the other hand, regarding criminal cases, the Session Court is the highest court in the district, which hear criminal cases. And below the District Courts and Session Courts, there were a number of courts which function under them. And in the village court here in India is called Nyaya Panchayat. The village court is called Nyaya Panchayat. Let's move to number 6. 6 important points. Impartial judiciary. Impartiality is important so that the judiciary function in the interest of serving justice, and also so that the judiciary can ensure equal protection of the law to everyone without discrimination. That is why we have independent judiciary. The judiciary functions independent from the influence of the legislature, and influence of the executive. And to ensure that there is impartiality, the judges in the judiciary system, the judges cannot be removed easily. They can be removed only through impeachment in the parliament. Here, even for impeachment, 2/3 majority of both the houses should vote in favor of impeachment of such and such judge. This has never occurred so far in the history of India. And also, why is the removal of the judges so difficult? Why is it done this way? The reason is so that the judges will be protected from any pressure, and so that they will not be influenced by some vested person in their decision making in the law courts. This is about impartial judiciary. With this, we cover our lesson, chapter 29, the Judiciary.